Hey guys, welcome to my December 30th, 2010 DVD update. It's been about 2 weeks since my latest update, and I've bought a lot of DVDs recently, so I will share those with you. First one I got, Dante's Peak. This was a disaster film from the 90s starring Pierce Brosnan. It kind of followed a wave of disaster movies from the time. I think Deep Impact was around the same time, and Armageddon, and I don't know, people were really obsessed with disasters and the apocalypse and whatnot. But I know this is technically not a great film, but I really enjoy this one a lot. I enjoyed it as a kid anyway. I haven't seen it in a long time. Maybe it's not as good as I remembered, but yeah, it was cheap, so yeah, why not? Next one is sort of in the same boat, The Little Rascals. Another film I really loved as a kid. I had the VHS and watched it pretty much all the time, as much as possible. Yeah, I'm sure everyone knows about it by now. It's pretty much a remake, or I guess a new adaptation of the show from the 30s and 40s, and I think they did a really good job. I think it's a very entertaining film, and I look forward to watching it again. Next is Drag Me to Hell, a film which I have yet to see, but again, it was cheap. Directed by Sam Raimi, actually directed by him this time. Last time I bought Boogeyman thinking it was directed by Sam Raimi, but instead it was introduced by him, whatever that means. But yeah, I see this got very high ratings. It was widely acclaimed, so I'm kind of excited to watch this one, even though I'm not that particularly amorous of the horror genre. The next film I got is The Boat That Rocked. This is a film I don't honestly know a whole lot about, but I know it is written and directed by Richard Curtis, who wrote and directed, as you can see here, Four Weddings and a Funeral, Notting Hill, and Love Actually. Love Actually is the only film of those three that I've seen, which I love. It's one of my favourite films, one of my favourite Christmas films at the very least. Yeah, I think this will be very entertaining. Next is Diamonds Are Forever, one of the few James Bond films I have not seen. I've got about, I think, 14 or 15 on DVD now, with a couple still in the mail to come to me, so this almost completes the collection, which I'm quite excited about. People have sort of panned this one and said it's the worst Sean Connery Bond, which I don't know, we'll have to find out, but yeah. All of the Bond DVDs are very good value. They have tons of special features and commentaries and videos from the shoot, and information about the sets and all that stuff, all just typical film documentaries, but all of the film DVDs are just really well done and definitely worth the $12. Next is I Love You Too, not to be confused with I Love You Man, which I've mentioned before that it has a very similar cover to I Love You Man. It's a white background with the red text, and it's just scarily similar. I often wonder if people have bought I Love You Man thinking it was I Love You Too, or vice versa. I'm sure it's happened because people are quite stupid, but I'm not sure exactly what this film is about, but I like Peter Elliott. I know a lot of people don't like him. They kind of bag him, saying he's not funny, and things is really annoying. But I enjoy his stuff. I think he's funny, and I think this looks like a good film. Next is, well, I've got three here. The IT Crowd. There's Series 1. Series 2 and Series 3. IT Crowd is basically a show about these two geeks who they work in the basement of this very large company, and they're pretty much hated by everybody, and and they're pretty much just tossed aside like garbage, pretty much, and they're too very, very geeky, as in they have no social awareness or social skills or anything like that. And then Jen is hired as the new head of the department, and lots of craziness ensues, and it's a very, very entertaining show. I highly recommend if you like Britcoms as they're called. I would check out the IT Crowd. I think it's very, very good. Next is Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day starring Bill Murray. It's a modern classic, pretty much. I love this film. I only saw it, strangely, for the first time maybe a month ago or 2 months ago. I'd never seen it before. I know, sacrilegious, but I loved it when I saw it. Even without the nostalgia value, I still very, very much enjoyed it. And yeah, for only $7, that's a very good purchase. Next is 1 Hour Photo. This is a film I've always been interested in, but have yet to see. I kind of enjoy Robin Williams in more dramatic roles. He's done a few of them, like What Dreams May Come, and I think Patch Adams was sort of half drama. It's pretty sad. And this is, it looks like a full drama kind of thriller sort of thing. I don't know, it looks very interesting. I don't know like too much about it, but I like Robin Williams, and yes, I think this will be a good film. Next is Addams Family Values. I haven't seen the Addams Family films in a very long time, and I honestly don't remember that much about them, but I believe this is the second one, and yeah, I remember enjoying it at the very least as a child, so I look forward to watching that one again. Next is Jingle All the Way, the classic Arnold Schwarzenegger Christmas comedy, also starring Jake Lloyd of Star Wars Episode 1 fame. This is a very silly movie, but I loved it as a kid, and I don't know if it will hold up. Probably won't. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Christmas. Oh, and Sinbad, of course. Yeah, I don't know how it will hold up, but I enjoyed it, and I think it will be good for the nostalgia value alone, at least. Next is Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. This is a film I saw a very long time ago, and I didn't like it. I found it very crass, and vulgar, which I guess sort of epitomizes Kevin Smith's films. But I have seen his other films since, like Clerks and Zack and Miri Make a Porno, which I really liked. I think I mentioned that in another video, but so I thought I'd buy this and watch it again, and I might enjoy it more. Maybe I'll get more out of it, maybe I won't, I don't know, but hopefully, because otherwise that's a waste of money. Next is The Venture Bros, or Brothers, Season 2. I've got the first season, I've watched the first 4 or 5 episodes, I really enjoyed it. I've got to watch the rest, but it's enjoyable enough for me to justify picking up Season 2, and it was really cheap as well. That Adult Swim sale at JB Hi-Fi is very good, and I suggest to anyone to take advantage of it while you can, because I don't think it's going to last much longer. But yeah, this is a very entertaining show, and it's another show I highly recommend. Now we have Loser, starring Jason Biggs. This is a film I loved when it came out. I was kind of obsessed with those type of films, Jason Biggs films like Evil Woman, which is highly underrated, American Pie, all those kind of films. I always thought this was just a lovely film, pretty much. It's just really nice. It's predictable, and but it's good. And plus, it featured the song "Teenage Dirtbag" by Wheatus, which I think is one of the greatest songs of the last 10 years, at least. I still love it. 10 years on, I think it's fantastic. Next is Severance. This is another film I don't know a whole lot about, but I know that it's sort of a violent comedy. The tagline there says something about Shaun of the Dead. So I love Shaun of the Dead, so I'm assuming I will enjoy this. Looks like it's in the same vein of that and like Black Sheep and just very gory sort of comedy. So yeah, hopefully it'll be good. And the last two I have are South Park Season 1 and South Park Season 5. I don't remember too much about these seasons, honestly, but I'm trying to collect the South Park seasons. I've got Season 3, 4, and 11, and now 1 and 5. 5, I remember having one of the best episodes. I think it's Scott Tenorman is dead. Guest starring Radiohead. That's a very bizarre episode, but it's strange, but I love it. And Season 1, a lot of people say Season 1 is one of the first seasons, and maybe it is, but I think it's just for the nostalgia value. I love it. I just love the sort of crappily put together. I mean, it's not crappy, but you know what I mean. It's very low budget, and I think they actually use paper, like actual paper and stuff for the first few episodes, maybe the first season. I'm not sure, but I love it. And I look forward to watching it again. So those are the DVDs I got today. Yes, all of those I got just today. The JB Hi-Fi sale is definitely worth checking out. 20% off until tomorrow night, I believe, 31st of December. So this is pretty much going to be my last video of the year. Obviously, it is the second last day. Hope you all have a happy new year and have a good day. Bye.